Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Thursday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Cheers, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be my weekly recommendation. Whether I like an album, I don't like an album. I'll try and be as fair as possible to the album. And as I promised on my survey, I'm going to try and do this at least once a week. I'm really digging this album. I really, really am. This is the latest release from Alan Parsons. Okay. From the New World 2022 release. To my knowledge, he hasn't released anything as of yet. But yeah, really, really good album. I really dig in this one. It's the latest, again, from Alan Parsons. Amazing singer, songwriter, engineer, producer. Worked on a couple of decent things like Dark Side of the Moon, Abbey Road, Let It Be. Also worked with Ambrosia, the great yacht rock band Ambrosia, and of course part of the Alan Parsons Project. It's a wonderful album. It really is. I've been listening to it most of the week. 11 tracks, and also features some amazing guest artists on this one as well. And I'll explain that in just a moment. Combination of art rock, progressive pop rock, but done really, really well. Yacht rock, but done really, really well again. And that Alan Parsons sound that you're all aware of, but also elements of other tracks as well. Just a couple of oops in here. It's not a perfect album, in my opinion, but it's darn near perfect. Pretty hard to find a perfect album these days, but I just found the album takes you away on a journey, and I love when an album does that because it's got different. It goes from great, not rock. I wouldn't call it a rockin' album, but more upbeat tracks to softer ballads to kind of middle of the road, some futuristic sounding stuff, and again, it with help from not only Alan Parsons doing some great lead singing. All these guest artists do some amazing lead singing as well, and there's a couple of guest guitarists on this one as well. And I'll explain that in just a second. I'll show you the album itself. I don't like these packages because it's not sitting very well in here. It doesn't click in very well, but that's the CD itself. Nice booklet showing not only there's Mr. Parsons there, not only the lyrics but also who played what on the tracks, which is good. Okay, he's got a great backing band, and there's the live version of the band itself. It's got a great backing band. Highly underrated guitarist in this band. Some great lead vocalists in his band as well. But surprisingly, he doesn't play on this album. He obviously sings, but he doesn't play on this album, Alan Parsons. But so track one opens with Fare Thee Well. And when you hear the title, you think, oh gosh, it's going to be one of these ballads type of thing, but it's not. Todd Cooper, who sings lead vocals and saxophone. He's a studio musician. Amazing, amazing voice. Great way to open up the album. Sounds like Alan Parsons' Project. It's dreamy with some amazing saxophone in there. And again, great guitar work by Alan Parsons' main guitarist, Jeff Coleman, who is highly underrated. Great, great guitar work on this one. But fairly well. Great opening track. Great opening track. Track two, you've got The Secret. Nice groove to this one, featuring Mark McKell. He's a Toledo musician from the band The Pillbugs. I've never heard of the Pillbugs. Never heard of Mark McKell, but great, great vocals. It's kind of a floaty, kind of modern Beatles sounding, if that makes sense. I could just hear some Beatles elements in there. and also great subtle guitar work by Jeff Coleman. Uh, it, it, the guitar does not take over the album in any way. Just nice subtle guitar work in the background, and that's kind of cool. Track 3 is Ouroboros, featuring the amazing vocals of Tommy Shaw from Styx, lead vocalist of Styx. Um, Surprisingly, he doesn't play guitar on this one. I thought he might, but he doesn't. It's more of an upbeat rocket track, probably one of my favorites on the album. Jeff Coleman, again, great guitar work, and really great track. And of course, beautifully and amazingly sung by Tommy Shaw. The other players in the band, Guy Eros on bass, Danny Thompson on drums, and Tom Brooks on keyboards. They seem to be the staples of the band. Track 4 is "Don't Fade Now," sung by Alan Parsons himself and P.J. Olson. P.J. Olson is one of the lead singers from the Alan Parsons Live project. And again, some more tasteful leads by Jeff Coleman. It's a soft, mellow track, but it's pleasant, nicely done. Kind of gives you a bit of a break from Ouroboros, but it's nicely done. "Give 'Em My Love," sung by James Durbin. He was the 2011 fourth place American Idol singer, and also part of Quiet Riot. I didn't know that, from 2017 to 2019. Nice ballad, of course. And you got the mighty Joe Bonamassa doing some tasteful guitar work. He doesn't take over the track in any way. It's just fitting for the track. It just fits right in there, but he doesn't take. Of course, he plays 1,000 notes on his guitar. Amazing. I love Joe Bonamassa, but it's a nice, tastefully done lead on this one. Track 6, Mark McKell on lead vocals, and it's a too many. It's kind of a back-to-back soft track. I found it a bit much. It kind of, I started to fade away from the album at this point, and so I would think "Obstacles" is one of my least favorite on the album. It's maybe the weakest track on the album, because maybe if it was placed differently within the album, it'd have been. But two kind of ballad tracks back to back, not so much. "I Won't Be Led Astray," another ballad, but David Pack from Ambrosia sings this one, and that raises it about 10 times. So it's yacht rock at its best. Alan Parsons does some backing vocals on this one, but it kind of raises you out of the previous track "Obstacles," and it takes you back into digging the album again. So it's and of course Joe Bonamassa does another amazing lead on this one, and really nicely done. So track 7, "I Won't Be Led Astray." Then you got track 8, "You Are the Light," Alan Parsons sung track, nicely done. And again, back to the Alan Parsons project sounding album. I love the chorus, and of course the guitar work is really nice. Track 9 is "Halos," probably my second favorite track on the album. More of an upbeat track with some Survivor sounding guitar work, like "Eye of the Tiger" sounding. Right? It's all the way through the track. It's really cool. P.J. Olson sings on this one. Same lineup, but again, my second favorite track on the album. Track 10 is "Going Home," sung by Alan Parsons. This is a journey song for sure. I took it to kind of an Irish lullaby type of song. You could take it in many different ways. It's about, obviously, trying to get home to your family, to your friends, to your parents. But I kind of, when I first heard it, I kind of like it was the last of life, taking that journey, and you're going to see everyone again when you pass. That's what I first took when I heard it. Beautifully orchestrated arrangements in this one. Really nice way to, would have been a fitting way to end the album. But for some reason, so Going Home is amazing. It's just amazing. But for some reason, they put a cover, superly well done cover of Be My Baby on the last track. Completely way out of line as far as the rest of the album, even though it's well done. I would have thought it would be a great bonus track, but you have to listen to it 2 or 3 times to think, is this the original or is it a cover? It's a cover sung by Tabitha Fair, who worked with the Sonic and the Hedgehog series. Also, she's a vocal coach. I love the song. It just doesn't fit with the rest of the album. It's not Alan Parsons sounding at all. It's not a ballad. It's just Be My Baby, and it's a great track. But it should have been a bonus track, perhaps. Because of that, and because of that other weak track, Obstacles, I'm going to give this a 3.8 out of 5. I love the album. I really do. I highly recommended the album. If you guys are into Alan Parsons, I highly recommend this one. It's just well done, well produced, well sung, amazing guest artists. I don't find anything wrong with the album. It's just that one weak track and that cover. Although the cover is amazing, it should have been a bonus track, perhaps, in my opinion, anyway. But there you have it, guys. There's my recommendation for Alan Parsons from the New World, his late 2022 release. Amazing stuff. 3.8 out of 5 on this one. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.